All right, so day 2 superhero program, it's all push day. All right, so the point is to keep the weight relatively light unless you're going for a lower rep range. So our rep range is between 5 and 20, 20 being the rare exception, and we're on speed only. All right, so first one is a dumbbell bench press with bands. I'm gonna maintain a neutral grip the whole time. So I'm working on really accentuating the eccentric and then snapping back with full chest activation to the front. Now, one of my clients had a question of, why do I feel it being worked here the whole time versus up here, and why do I, in a sense, have man boobs? So what the key is here is the protraction, retraction. Now, if you at home sit here, lock your shoulder back, and then pull your arm all the way over while your shoulders lock back, you feel the pec major contract. Now, if I simply protract, like pop the shoulder out, you can shift it into the pec minor. So that's the key, and that's what I was talking about, is making sure you're pushing into the contracted and retracted position for the shoulder instead of pushing all the way through, shoulder off the bench, activating the pec minor. All right, so I'll put that in action for you. Sounds done. Victory. Number 2, prowler shove. All right, so the key here is when I shove the prowler, I would actually put my knee through, and when I hit, that chest hits, and then foot hits, and I push. Now the key again is not to protract, is to get a quick snap for the chest to contract, all right? So my goal is to do it, I did it in 12 last time, so my goal is to do it in 11 and 10 and 8 and so forth. So try to beat your time every time. Just so happened to be on video, I did it in 9. Okay, so next is a power speed transition with chains on a barbell. So I want to pull it down and snap it back as hard as possible without making contact with my chest, okay? Because we get in the tension of rebounding off of that, which I'm sure you'll have seen. I mean, combine football training is the prime example of how not to bench press. So don't do that, all right? So I'm gonna cool, retract, contract, okay? And you're just trying to make it as violent as possible. Power shot. All right, so on your back, greatest position to be in, that's what she said. What I'm gonna do, knees are bent so it actually flattens my lower back. I'm gonna load my lats so they're tight right here. I'm gonna blast my shoulders into the ground so they're not extending again. I'm shoving in and pushing that as far as possible. So the force of the ball shoves me back, which contracts my chest. So keep a follow through and do that. Bam! All right, so now we're going med ball chest pass standing again, popping it, but my shoulders are retracted. So I'm gonna keep emphasizing that because some of you will forget, I know I do sometimes too. All right, so I'm trying to get as much power into the wall as possible. My goal is not the wall, and it's not my catch. I'm trying to get through the wall and break it. All right, so that's the point there. Five, and then right into alternate overhead shoulders. So we're just playing basketball here, so right side, left side. All right, so next is dead stop dips. All right, so now the key is I actually do want to extend all the way through and get my pec minor activated. However, I'm coming from a dead stop. So I'm loading in this position, chest is forward, shoulders are back. I'm gonna explode into position and then rock back to me. Just like that. All right, close grip bench with the elbows flared a little bit. So I want to stay right inside my shoulders with my thumbs, okay? Don't do it glute close because we're going to start impinging some stuff, especially a lot of people don't have the range of motion. So again, without the eccentric, there's nothing to it because we're actually using some weight here, all right? So make sure to focus on going nice and slow on the way down. Maintain that constant tempo. Every time. All right, so band speed shoulder press. What I want to do is step on the bands, lock in my glutes, abs are tight. I'm going to come here, this is a low position, that's the high position. So it's just right in the strength curve. I'm going to rapidly push and pull as fast as possible for 20 reps. So it'll look like this. Just like that. All right, so the last one, plyo push-ups, only 5 reps. If you can do more than 5 reps, you're half-assing it on the rest of the workout. So what I'm gonna do is, again, crack into that position. I'm not gonna bring my hands in and clap because the reset is too hard for me to get back into a good position. All right, so I'm gonna power out, catch it, nice and slow down. All right, so the key here is I'm pushing off of the ground, so I'm shoving all my force into the ground instead of trying to get myself up. All right, so that'll change the entire dynamic of how it feels during that press, as well as the chest activation. All right, I'm Brian, try it out, peace.